Hello, my name's Caroline Radowski, and today I'd like to share with you my research findings in a study I've conducted through the subject Applied Science and Sports Psychology at Central Queensland University in Rockhampton. Does alcohol consumption amongst tertiary students affect whether they participate in regular, moderate intensity physical activity? Well, this presentation is going to be basically outlined as if it were a research report, and I'm going to include the background on the study, the methods section, the results and discussion, and practical implications to the research findings. So why is this topic so important? Why did I choose to study it? Well, alcohol consumption amongst tertiary students is a significant public health concern within Australia and the world. Heavy consumption of alcohol and not undertaking regular physical activities are considered major risk factors for early morbidity and mortality. And 81% of tertiary students consume alcohol weekly, so this could be considered quite a primary risk factor in terms of early morbidity and mortality in this population. So the background information on this topic, I ended up doing a literature review which contained 2 systematic reviews and 5 cross-sectional designs. And basically, the 2 systematic reviews by Oy 2004 and Fillmore 2008 found strong associations between heavy alcohol consumption, early morbidity, and mortality rates. The reviews also found weak associations that the combination of alcohol consumption and limited physical activity are risk factors for early morbidity and mortality. Now, the reviews analysed several cross-sectional observational design studies, which are considered of low power in terms of the NRHC scale, and they also contain low sample sizes through there of about under 100 subjects. So these associations I would find to be quite weak in essence. So then I ended up including 5 cross-sectional studies by Steptoe and Ning 2003, and they found similar results in that they analysed stress levels and how that contributed to increased alcohol consumption and effectively decreased exercise. And they found that there was a weak association between the two, that as alcohol consumption went up, the exercise rates decreased. However, this was more related in terms of how much stress people were undergoing. So I included the next 2 studies by Green and Poikeman, and they found that alcohol consumption made people less likely to engage in healthy habits, such as exercise and eating correctly. And this meant that people would be more obese, those who drank more alcohol through there. They didn't directly look at the relationship between exercise and alcohol consumptions, rather they consider it one of the lifestyle risk factors through there. However, they did use large sample sizes of about 6,000 and 12,000 people, so a bit of a stronger association could be seen there than the previous studies. The Al-Sayed one was included because it's an experimental design through there, and basically it looked at physiological changes that occur when you drink alcohol and exercise at the same time, and really no conclusive results were found through there. So because of these weak associations through there, I thought that there needed to be some more research done into the topic, and I developed the 2 hypotheses that tertiary students who consume alcohol participate in less regular, moderate physical activity than those who do not consume alcohol, and tertiary students who consume alcohol more frequently will participate in less regular, moderate intensity physical activity. So these are the 2 questions that I am trying to answer through my research proposal. Okay, so in my methods section, I ended up basing my research design on the previous research that I found in the literature review, the ones with the largest sample sizes and weak associations between how alcohol affects exercise rates, and these were mainly cross-sectional designs, so this is how my study is going to be structured too. The other studies also use demographical information, which is how I ended up doing my research studies as well through there. My subject selection were 51 students that were enrolled actively in the Applied Exercise and Sports Psychology degree, and all of these students gave formal consent on the online Moodle course before they completed any surveys. Ethical approval was also gained from the Central Queensland University's Human Research and Ethics Committee. So basically, students completed a series of 4 surveys, and these are all lifestyle and behaviour surveys to do with alcohol consumption, cigarette smoking, and so forth, and they also collected some demographical information. The surveys could be completed online by the subject's Moodle course, and the surveys were digitised and completed onto a survey program called SurveyMonkey, which people could access and tick corresponding answers. The answers to the responses were compiled by the researcher at CQ University and converted to an Excel spreadsheet for analysis. Demographical information on alcohol frequency, consumption, and participation in regular physical activity was used to analyse this research program. Alcohol consumption I subcategorised into once a week, twice a week, 1 to 3 times a month, and a few times a year, and never, because these were the responses to the answers that were given through the demographical information. And these have been made valid and reliable measures by the Alcohol Research Centre in America, which has done this for the last 25 years. So it's been used in a lot of research subjects through there. Statistical analysis happened on SPSS, which is a statistical software program, and a chi-square was used in order to find out any associations through there. I had to use the Fisher's exact test because some of the categories that I subcategorized contain less than 5 responses, which would have violated the chi-square rules through there and given me inconclusive results. Results from the responses were also placed onto a graph to determine if there's any sort of linear relationship or something going on. The significant levels were set at 0.05, so less than this, and confidence intervals at about 95%. So the results were quite interesting. 19 students did not consume alcohol and 41 did. 39 students participated in regular physical activity and 12 did not, and that's here. It's tabulated here in this table that I've created. And 30.8% was the largest group, which was the 1 to 3 times a month drinkers, and the second largest group was the 25.6% group, which are the people that didn't consume alcohol, and you can see that just through here. I've circled it there. Okay, we also found that there was a significant result when we tabulated this into a chi-square, and then we did the Fisher's exact test, and we come up with 0.047. So this is underneath the 0.05 significance levels that we set. Also, if we saw the confidence intervals, they came out at 0.025 and 0.013. So these results both showed significant findings. Okay, so people that drank alcohol ultimately participated in less physical activity. I also plotted these results onto a scattergram, and I drew the line of best fit through here, and we can see an almost linear relationship occurring through people that didn't drink alcohol participated more frequently in moderate physical activity. So the study suggests that people who do not drink alcohol are more likely to participate in regular physical activity, and this was also found through literature review conducted. And they found significant correlations of 0.02 and 0.03 for the same sort of findings. There was also a linear relationship noted through the alcohol consumption and participation rates in physical activity, and this was also noted in the studies and consistent with the Poikman study and the Steptoe study in 1996, which also showed linear relationships through there. There was a few inconclusive results because I expected that there would be more people that drank, with other studies suggesting that it would be between 81 and 94% and only 6% who do not. But in my study here I found 27.5%, which made up the second largest group, did not consume alcohol, and it should have been about 6%. And the people that drank most frequently, the 1 to 3 times a month, only made up about 37%, which is not consistent with these two findings through there. This is half expected considering the subjects come from a health sort of science background and exercise and sports degree. So you'd expect them probably not to drink as much and also participate in physical activity more regularly. So results could have been underreported for both of these. Significance levels could have been affected because I had to not include results that had under 5 responses there. So basically this could have made the significance levels a little bit higher through there. Also, this was affected because we didn't have such a large sample population. So what does this research mean for practical applications? Well, it provides evidence supporting that people that do drink alcohol are less likely to participate in exercise, and not participating in regular exercise and drinking large amounts of alcohol is considered a major health risk to early morbidity and mortality. And that was mentioned just at the beginning why we ended up researching this topic through here. So one of Australia's largest public health concerns is obesity and heavy drinking. And this study does illustrate how lifestyle choices could add to this problem here, because we've got statistically significant results through there. So basically we can use this research in addition to some of the other research that we have there, seeing that people that do not exercise regularly, one of those contributing factors could be the amount of alcohol that they're drinking through there. These results could be more applicable to people that study a health science degree or something similar to the subject population that was studied. My references are here and included if you'd like to have a look at any of the cross-sectional designs or reviews. You can have a look through there.